Hello, I'm going to help you understand why your clients may not be returning and coming back today and give you some tips or strategies that you can start trying or that you can get your team to start implementing as well so that you can hopefully improve customer retention in your business. Most of what I'm going to share is based on psychology, the emotional and psychological reasons why people don't come back, because that's my passion area. I love understanding people and what goes on through their heads, in their heads. And that's why I love marketing and business and social media so much. If you're there live, say hello, or if you're watching the replay, say hello anyway. This conversation has just been inspired by a chat that I was having with somebody over on Instagram who is saying, I need to rebuild my clientele. I need new clients. It's Jordan. Thanks, Jordan. You just inspired me to go live and talk about this because I was like, I wanted to just reply back and say all of this stuff to you, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to turn this into a video and then I was going to tell you that it was here, but you're here. So, yeah, this is common and this is something that I've seen a lot of over the last decade as a business growth coach. And it's something that I have experimented with a lot in my own business when I had my salons and also with my coaching business now. My personal philosophy when I am doing marketing and gaining a client is that I will always see every client as if they will be a potential long-term customer, not just someone who is going to come in once or twice and disappear. And I know that it is actually my responsibility, and it depends on what I do and how I treat that person, or it depends on what my team member does and how they treat that person as to if that happens or not. It's all about how they feel about me, how they feel about the service, how they feel about the brand, the business, the experience, as to whether or not they want to return or not. And a lot of people will say it's because of the money. And that's just because they're too uncomfortable to tell you the truth about, or how if they don't like you or they don't feel good about you or they didn't enjoy the experience, or some people actually don't even know the real reason because it's so in their subconscious that they're just like, I don't have the money. But actually they really do have the money. It's just that they don't have the desire. They don't have the likability and rapport and connection with you, or they may not have the there's something emotional missing as well as the money. Sometimes people literally don't have the money, but a lot of the time it's actually not the money that's the problem. So I have an entire course called Put the Damn Plug In, that I'm going to plug for 2 seconds, that I created years ago, which is all about this, because I've noticed over the years that so many business owners want to just get new clients, new clients, new clients, new clients. And all of their effort and all of their energy is going on to getting new clients. It's the only thing they think about. It's what they think is the solution to all their problems. But if you're not putting equal amounts of energy into the existing clients, and I've got some strategies I'm going to give you to help you do that, you are basically trying to fill a bathtub with the plug out. And your business will never be fully booked, and your business will never overflow and grow because the plug is out, because the customers are coming in and then they're going down the drain and probably going somewhere else, or probably doing it themselves at home or whatever. So that course is now inside my Peace, Love and Profit program. It's not available to buy individually. I will pop the link to that in the comments after I finish talking in case you want to check it out. But okay, so let's think from the customer's perspective for a little while. It's really important that you do this a lot as a business owner. If you are making a booking to go and get your hair done or go to get your lashes done or whatever. Hi, Tonya. Hi, Leah. Hey, Jordan. Oh, I said Jordan already. Hi, Leah. Hi, Tonya. And you go into the place. Like, obviously, you want a good result. That's the first thing that you're going in for. You want your hair to look nice and fresh. You want your lashes to look beautiful. You want a nice tan. You want your skin to look amazing. Whatever it is in the hair and beauty industry that you're paying for, you want the result. But that's not the only thing that people want and need. What they also want is a connection with the person that they're, so if I go in to get my hair done and the hairdresser is just like, let's say, pretty boring. They don't really talk to me. They don't make an effort to talk to me. They just talk all about my hair. And then they're like, do you want to make another appointment? I'm going to be like, I'll think about it, because I don't feel any sense of connection with that person. Or on the other hand, I go in and they're like super, super chatty, talk all about themselves, give me like way too much personal information, trauma dumping onto me, talking all about themselves the whole time, but they don't tell me anything about myself. And then they ask me if I want to rebook. I'll think about it, because they have not put in any effort to know me, to understand me, to ask about me and my life. And if you want a relationship to form between people, whether it's you and a client or whether it's you and a team member, there has to be equal amounts of care. So those are two very extreme examples. And yes, this can be a personality type thing, but it's also not set in stone. Like, you can be a very, very, very chatty person who loves to talk about yourself, but you can also teach yourself and train yourself to ask more questions to someone else. And you can be a really quiet, shy, introverted, non-chatty person, but you can teach and train and practice asking people questions about themselves. That is what's going to get them to like you, to build a connection with you, and to want to come back. That's one of the main things. So when I had my salons, I'm a little bit of a social chameleon. Let me know if anyone else relates to that. I don't know whether it's my personality type or ADHD thing or whatever, but like, I could probably meet any person and I will very quickly kind of figure out their personality type and what they're like, and I'll ask them a few questions, and I will be able, even if they're complete opposite of me, I will be able to find something that I have in common with them. And that is what creates connection between people, having something in common, whether it's having kids and sharing birth stories, whether it's where you grew up, whether it's a problem that you have with your hair or your skin, or whether it's even someone you know. Like, if I really can't relate to someone and they're telling me this story, I could think of someone else who I know who has that story. I'm like, oh my God, my best friend went through that. Or, it's so hard, isn't it? Like, and show them that you understand them. And all of a sudden they're like, this person gets me. And that is what makes them feel connected to you. Now, if you can't do that in person with every individual client, you can also achieve that in your marketing, in your online marketing. Hopefully, I'm doing it right now by explaining that, hey, I understand the situation that you're in. And yeah, let me talk to you about it. And you're like, yes, she understands me, you know? So from your end, it just takes effort. It takes effort and it takes care. And a lot of people, unfortunately, I've learned, do not want to put in the effort. They don't want to put in the time to ask people questions about themselves. They're too in their ego or self-focused that they are adjusting their thinking about themselves and what they want all of the time. And if you want to get all of those things that you want for yourself all of the time, the way to do it is to actually put in the effort to care more about people and put the attention on other people. It just is. So human beings essentially are very, like, we're all self-focused creatures. We think about ourselves all the time. We all want to feel important. We all want to feel cared about. We all want to feel understood, or like somebody understands us, Lucy. And so if you can give that feeling to other people, that's what's going to make them fall a little bit in love with you or your team member or whoever is working with them. Feel free to share this with your staff if you want to. So one of the main reasons why clients don't come back, and my baby is going to start barking. Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. All right, wait 2 seconds. I'm going to let her outside. Hold on. I'm back. One of the main reasons people don't come back is because there's no connection. Hi, Candace. There is no connection. They just feel like something's missing and they probably don't even know what it is. But the reason why people will want to come back to you, your business, your team members, whatever, is because they feel like I really liked that person because they put in a little bit of effort to get to know me and to have some kind of sense of connection. You bonded over something, you had a good conversation about it. So that's one of the first things. Now, business strategy wise, a lot of the time people don't ask people to rebook in a way that well, some people just don't ask people to rebook. Like, I'm just always surprised by the amount of clients that like just never, my clients, like other salon owners who never ask for a rebooking, or it's very, very scripted and blunt and it's not very like personal and social. So, not social, but like, anyway, I'll get to the point. But as an example, if you are a hair salon or a lash salon or a whatever salon that you are, skin salon, you have to find out about that person. And like, you can't make people do what you want them to do. You can only find out about them and do what's best for them. So as an example, with my hair color and my hair extensions, I have a mini weft in at the moment, and I have created a custom rebooking plan with my hairdresser because what she recommends, which is like, move up and color every 8 weeks or whatever, that doesn't work for me because my hair's so thin that if I let the weft grow down too much, you can see it through my hair. So I come in after 5 weeks. Bye, Zoe. 5 weeks for a weft move up, and then in another 5 weeks, I get the weft moved up again and a color. And that works really well for me. But if she didn't take the time to figure that out for me and help me to figure, like, I kind of figured it out myself because I know what I need. But and same with lashes. Like, I don't want to come in every 2 weeks for lashes because they actually last pretty well on me. I can go 3 or 4 weeks without lashes. Sorry, before I get my lash refill. And I'll get back to the comments in a second. Where was I talking about? I've just lost my track. I've lost my train of thought. But you have to find out what's best for your clients. So if they say, oh, I can't afford it, have you ever asked the question of how often, like, would you like to come in that you can afford? This is where I'm going with this. If you know that they should get their hair color done every, 12 weeks, but maybe they really actually don't have the money for that, you could be like, well, what I can do instead is do a little, whatever color you do to help it make it last longer. And then would 6 months work better for you? And also I've got this membership or payment plan installment where it breaks it down over only like this much per month, and you can come in every 6 months and then it's already paid for. Would that work well for you? So if you take the time to understand the client and the situation that they're in and then offer them a solution that suits them rather than just following a script and a process and being really fixed about it, you can get a lot more clients coming in more regularly because you care about them and the situation that they're in. So if a lot of people are saying, I just don't have the funds, I don't have the money, rather than just accepting that, being like, they don't have the money, I'd be like, can you tell me more about your financial situation? Like, is having your hair done regularly something that you still want to do, even though you are experiencing that financial situation? Can we figure out something that would make you still feel amazing and have your hair done, even if it's a quarter head of highlights every 6 months? It's something, it's keeping them coming back and it's beneficial for them. It's going to make them feel better about themselves as well. Like, what would be perfect for you? Like, you don't need to change your prices for them or anything, but just figure out, is there a solution that you can offer them for their particular situation? Okay, Candace said I'm an oversharer, but my clients love it. Yeah, so that's a personality type thing too. If you've got other clients that are oversharers and you both just overshare to each other and bond, like I'm like that with my hairdresser as well. But if she also just overshared and didn't actually still ask me anything or listen to me when I spoke, then that would be a little bit of a turn off for me, if that makes sense. So the important thing is that you read your clients and you understand that they're all got different personalities and that the core human need of people is to feel connected, important, cared about, understood, etc. Cool. So yeah, sometimes you can just actually ask people about their financial situation and figure out the best option for them. I do that all the time in my online business. If someone comes to me inquiring about my online course, and I'd be like, look, here are the options, here the payment plan options, here's like, does that work for you? And most of the time it does, because I understand, you know, what the industry and my clients, and I know what kind of price points kind of affordable. But if I ever get people that are like, look, I really don't have the money, but I really want to do it, I'm not going to change my prices for them. But what I will do is go and say, well, look, how about you go and buy my book instead? It's $20. It's the cheapest thing that I have. It's basically like a short marketing course that I turned into a book. Read that, implement that, make some money from that. And then if you want to come and do the course, you can. And so I never just kind of like dismiss people as like, oh, they don't have the money, whatever, I need someone else that has money. I will try and meet people where they're at and help them anyway. And I think that is just a personal choice that you can make if you want to be that type of person, a helpful person, or an egotistical person who just flips people off if they don't have what you want. What you need. Tonya said, I do this with lash extensions. We offer a lift and tint instead of... End of sentence. Candace said, balayage. Yeah, it's a therapy session. Yeah. Okay. So now the other thing is, there's some people don't follow up. Some people don't return because there's zero communication after they've left. And I understand that this takes time. It can be automated, or you can schedule it into your weekly calendar. So if, let's say you have a new client, they come in, they have a good time, and like for some reason they still don't rebook because they want to go and think about it or whatever, make a note in your calendar to follow up with them in 2 days and be like, hey babe, or 5 days or whatever. Hey Candace, how's your hair looking? Are you still happy with it? Just wanted to find out, did you want to pencil in an appointment in X amount of weeks, like 6, 8, or 12 weeks? I am getting pretty busy. Let me know if you want me to find a time for you so you don't miss out if you leave it to the last minute or something like that. And that's just coming across as really helpful and caring about their result. You're not being pushy. And if they still say, oh, I don't know, then make another note to, you know, follow up with people who are due for another appointment like a couple of weeks before and be like, hey, how's your color going? Is it growing out? How's your lashes going? Are they falling out? Do you want to refill? Whatever. And if they say they can't afford it, then once again, instead of just saying, okay, you could be like, look, that's okay. I totally get it. Times are hard right now. If you are still interested in having your hair done, your lashes done, your skin done, or whatever, would you like me to tell you about some of the other options that we could do that are a little bit more affordable? So I just think that if the market is changing, like if the fact is that cost of living and inflation and everything is causing people to spend less, then you as the entrepreneur, solution finder, inventor, creative, etc., should be thinking about, well, what are these people's problems? What are these people's budgets? What are they going through? And how can I create something that is a solution for that, rather than just being, once again, really fixed on, well, I've got this and people can't afford it. I'm stuck. Like, you can create new offers or packages out of thin air because you are a business, and that's what you can do. You know, if I owned a lash salon, I think I've told this story before, and people all of a sudden stopped coming to get their lashes done and started doing their own lashes at home to save money, you know what I would do? I would immediately start importing lash at home products and selling them, because that's what the market wants right now. Pivot with the market, look at what the market wants and provide that. Don't just cry about it. Sorry if that sounds rude, but like, you need to be, as a business, you do need to sometimes be flexible, because markets are always going to change. New things are going to come along. What you sell is going to go out of fashion. What the market wants is going to change. So, you know, you need to be flexible and creative. So yeah, follow up with people, check in how they're going. One other reason why people don't come back is because of your energy. And this is very, very relatable for me, because when I first started, I was I just, I'm an anxious people pleaser type person. I always have been. I'm way better now than I used to be. But if someone didn't come back, I just used to freak out and think that they hated me. So I would avoid them and like never talk to them again and just be like, I suck. I did something wrong. I would just be in fear all of the time, and think that, yeah, I did something wrong or people hated me, or it was not a good place to be mentally. So now I've trained myself now to, like, I don't do that anymore. Instead, I just get, um, and I would, like, yeah, Tonya said energy, everything. If I'm projecting that kind of energy onto people, like whether I say it out loud or not, like they subconsciously or energetically, they pick up on it and they're kind of like, oh, repelled. Um, so now I'm just come from curiosity with everything, and I will just ask a million questions. So I guess the main message that I'm getting here is like, ask questions. You need to know people better. You need to know their situations. You need to know, are they interested in something else? You need to know what they're going through, how they're feeling, etc. Be a little bit of a therapist, as someone just said, like therapy session, and just be a curious, helpful friend instead of someone that's just trying to sell things all the time. Other reasons why people don't come back is either they're not happy with the experience. It happens. You can still check in with them and see if you can resolve that, or if not, then that's fine. Or some people only want like a one-off appointment for a special occasion or something like that. But generally, if you adopt this kind of attitude and mindset and you start really taking this seriously and treating people like this and getting more curious about them and trying to build a sense of connection, they will like you more and they will want to come back because of that. And Candace said, yes, some people just aren't your people, and that's okay as well. Absolutely. Because some clients I love, they love me. It's mutual, it's great. And then some people that don't love me, I don't like them either. So it's fine. I'm not going to try and be someone I am not in order to, please someone if they're just not my people as well. But on the same note as that, there was definitely a lot of clients that I had in my salons that kept coming back regularly, who I wouldn't hang out with in real life. They wouldn't be my friends, but do you know what? They're a customer that wants a service that I provide, and I still want to build some kind of rapport or connection, and then they still like me or my staff, and they still come back because of that. Not every client or customer is going to be your personal ideal client, personality wise, but they're still an ideal client of the business if they're coming and spending money. So just be considerate of that as well. A lot of the clients that I had in my salons were not ideal clients, but they still made me heaps of money and helped my business to grow, because we still cared about them. I obviously don't tolerate people who are like abusive or horrible, but even if people are not personality wise compatible, you can still help them and care about them and ask about them and make them feel good about themselves. So that was what I wanted to share today. What you can do now after this, if you want to take an action, is go back through your customer database of clients that haven't been in for a really long time, and do not try to sell them anything. Just reach out to them and see how they are. This is something that I've done for years and I've been teaching for years. Like, if there's someone even that pops into your head that's like, oh, hey, that person used to be a regular client, I haven't seen them in ages, go send them an email or a text message or a Facebook message or something and be like, hey, Tonya, I was just thinking about you. I haven't seen you in ages. How's everything going? How's your hair? How's your lashes? Whatever it is, how's your skin looking? That's it. Just wanted to know. And then if they're still interested, even in the slightest, they're going to reply back and be like, hey, yes, or like, I'm all good, or blah, 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 blah. Don't force a sale or a rebooking either. What's going to happen then is they're going to think about you, they're going to be impressed. You've planted a little seed in their head where they're just going to start thinking behind the scenes, maybe I should make another appointment. And then they probably just will. So, that's how friendships work. That's how relationships work. You don't try to force people to do what you want them to do. You just show them that you're interested in them and you care about them, and they will like you because of that and want to then reciprocate the care and come back. Hopefully you found that interesting. Um, oh, Tanya's message was cut off because your kids interrupted. Feels, feels. Candace said, yes, I've had clients come back just because I gave a shit about them. That is literally the core message of what I try to teach, whether it's in your sales, your marketing, your customer experience, your follow-ups, whatever, just literally care about people. And I know sometimes you get burnt out and stressed and you have compassion fatigue, and that's a real thing and it's hard. Have a break and don't do it while you feel like that. Don't do it, or have someone else on your team do it. But if you could get yourself into the energy of, yeah, just genuinely being curious about people rather than thinking, how can I get something from them in my evil voice? I'm secretly really weird, guys. I try to be professional, but I'm secretly really weird. Okay. That's it. I'm done. Enjoy, and I'll see you online soon.